Hey, what is going on, you 10% battery life blast? So today we're playing some games with Single Strike, and I've been recently inspired to give this deck another shot recently because it's placed very well in my sub tournaments that I do over on Twitch for the Twitch subs. So if you guys haven't checked out the Twitch stream, you should be doing that. First link in the description, twitch.tv/AzulGG. But yeah, Boo got the second place with its last month's sub tournament, and then Robin Schultz, whose this list is, did I say that correctly? Got top 4 in the sub tournament with Single Strike. So yeah, this one's Robin's list. I decided, I was like, you know, I haven't worked on Single Strike in a while. I want to try it out again after watching Robin play with it the other day in the sub tournament, getting top 4. I'm just gonna borrow Robin's list. So we're playing some games today with Robin Schultz's Single Strike list. And I'm excited to try it out again. I've never thought Single Strike was truly terrible. It always just kind of comes up a little bit short in a couple categories where the other top decks really don't. Consistency and options are kind of the two main things. But when the deck draws well or hits the right matchups, it can be very powerful. So I thought I'd show that off a little bit today. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's get into some games, I guess. Nothing really too crazy in the list as well. It's nothing really to mention. Just kind of Single Strike. I mean, there's Erica's Hospitality in here, which you don't see very often, not just in Single Strike, but kind of ever. And then the rest of it's pretty standard as far as options or cards you see in Single Strike decks. Here and there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into some games. All right, here we go. Getting into our first one. I think I will want to go second on average when I don't know what I'm up against. I think that'll lead to the best overall first turn in our games. So we are going second in this one, so this is kind of what we wanted. Of course, our opponent chose to go first, so they also got what they wanted. The question is just, what is the matchup now? We'll soon see that, I'm sure, once our opponent reveals. They open Jirachi. I'm gonna go ahead and guess it's Rapid Strike, actually. Now that I'm like kind of thinking about it for a second, I think it's Rapid Strike, because there's very few decks that play Celebrus Jirachi anymore, actually. It could be Tempozar, but Tempozar usually chooses to go second. I guess there's Victini as well, so it could be Victini, actually. That could be another one that it could be that I'm kind of underthinking here. It could be Victini. But I'm gonna guess Rapid Strike. We'll see what it is here in just a second. It is Victini, though. All right, so Victini is super dangerous on turn 2 when they go first, so I'm already a little bit scared, to be honest. It can be a super dangerous deck to deal with. I'll just go ahead and Marnie here to start my draw here. I don't really want to. I could have Power of Darkness away a Houndour or a Houndoom there. My bad. I didn't really want to. No Urshifu yet. I'm gonna give it to Urn because I do want to. If I get an Urshifu, I want to be able to attach to it. Did get the Urshifu, so we can attach to it now, so we can actually do something as far as damage goes on our following turn. And I guess just pass over to my opponent, and yeah. Hope that they don't have the good old VMAX boss KO my Urshifu and put us in a really, really bad spot. We're hoping they don't have that. If they have that, we're in big trouble. We could respond with like calm this away, get another V, or get a Houndoom out probably, and we could set up a V and attack this, but that's not where we want to be. We really hope they don't get this knockout here on my Urshifu V. If they get this knockout, we're in big trouble. They actually got rid of a boss there and are settling for the Welder off the rip, so that's really good for us. That means our Urshifu is likely to survive the turn, which is what we need, to be honest. We need that to happen. So this sets us up not in a ridiculously good spot, but I mean, we're chilling now. We're gonna get a Houndoom out next turn. We will hopefully be able to at least use Impact Blow to hit the Victini V. I would love to get a VMAX out and actually hit it for like 100 with the VMAX. It's really hard to get the one-hit KO. I mean, it's not too hard to get the one-hit KO on the Victini. We only need 2 Single Strike energy, but we'll 2-hit KO this first V max, and then we'll probably go for the one-hit KO on the second VMAX. So we just need to start setting up more Houndooms, kind of get things cruising, and then kind of go from there. I also need to check how many Single Strike energy I have prized. I don't think I searched yet. I didn't search my deck yet, so I haven't misplayed yet by not checking my prize cards. But I do need to check them and figure out what is prized. And actually, my opponent has a slow start here, so hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of that. Get rid of this. Grab myself that Houndoom. None of the dogs are prized. We prized 2 Vs and a VMAX. No Single Strike energy prized. 3 Air Ballooner there. Okay, we could actually even get the Escape Rope here and make a big play with the Escape Rope. So I'm just going to evolve this. I'm just going to play the Marnie. And I'm not going to use this yet because I do want to draw into an energy. There we go. We drew into the energy. We did get the V, not the VMAX. So I can take the knockout on the active, or I could just kind of chill. And I'm leaning more towards just kind of chilling for the turn. And then maybe go for a big one-hit KO on the following turn instead. So I'm going to attach here. I'm going to split up the energy a little bit, though. I'm going to put that there and put this here. And And with double Houndoom, a potential for double Houndoom next turn, there is the potential that I can set up a VMAX and get a 1-hit KO. I'm just going to kind of chill here because they can't really... I mean, they could go VMAX boss, but like I said, we can then respond with a VMAX knockout of our own. And we have, you know, our Dedenne left, our Crobat left, so we have quite a few, you know, extra ways to draw cards besides just the draw supported for turn. Although I would prefer a research in the hand right now, but who knows? Maybe we can pull off the Erica's Hospitality for 6 if our opponent... Is it for each bench Pokemon or each of your opponent's Pokemon plays? So we could draw 6 cards with this. They max out their bench, which I don't think they'll do because there's no real reason for them to do it. And they're actually just Weldering again here. They have a ton of energy set up. I guess the one thing scary about this much energy set up is my opponent does probably play Heatran EX or GX. My bad. There's no EX anymore. Yeah, there it is. The Heatran GX. There's the Escape Rope. So we definitely just have to give up the Houndoom here. I'm not going to give up one of my Urshifu Vs that I already have so much energy built up on them. We're just going to go like this. Give up the Houndoom. They can take it out if they want. And it looks like that's what we're going to go for, but we have the follow-up with that Impact Blow to get the knockout, or we could even VMAX. But I don't want to use a huge attack on the VMAX, so we're probably going to go with an Impact Blow here. Hang on, I'm going to set up the Houndour, we're going to attach this here, and then we're going to see what we draw. Mew. He doesn't really do a whole ton for us. Just Erica's for 5. Yeah, I will. Erica's Hospitality. Boom. Boom. We did draw into our Single Strike energy, which is not great, to be honest. Yeah, that's not great. Hey, here we go. And Impact Blow for the knockout. Victini VMAX will knock us out, but then we could get the return knockout with an Urshifu VMAX, and that's what we're going to go for on this following turn. I actually probably could have thinned out the hand a little bit more to maybe use Crobat before this next turn comes up. I could have actually gone like Hearth away the Mew. I could have Hearth away the Mew, but then if I top that Calm, I'd want to Comet, so probably that's not correct. I could have Hearth away the Escape Rope. Escape Rope doesn't seem great here anymore at this point, but it could still come up and be useful, I guess. It could still, there could still be a situation where it's useful, I guess. I'm going to switch for my opponent. And we haven't played any Quick Balls yet, so we have a ton of access, and we're actually getting Marning, so it doesn't matter too much either way, I guess. I'd rather have the utility around than not. We have all of our Quick Balls left, so we have outs to Crobat and Dedenne, maximum outs, and here we go. We're already drawing into a bunch of those cards that we were looking for. We wanted the Houndoom, we wanted the Urshifu. Now we have that Quick Ball for that Crobat. We're looking for an Urn. If we get an Urn, we can 1-hit KO this Victini VMAX. And then from there, we need a little bit more to work with. And I don't think they didn't hit their VMAX yet. Actually, and here they go Quick Tune for 1 to try and find it. Will they find it though? No, just an Energy Burst for 150. This is perfect for us. Oh sheesh. This is so good for us. We need an energy still though. I'm gonna go Houndoom. I want to attack with the Impact Blow, but I don't think that's going to be possible in my current situation. It could be possible, though. I don't really need to set up another Houndour, I don't think. So I can calm this away. Grab the Jirachi GX, which is probably the most useless card in the deck. Quick Ball that away. Grab the... Although I could have calmed... Well, I wanted to keep the... I could have benched the Houndour, I guess. Because I kind of want to use an Impact Blow here, not VMAX here. But if I VMAX here and they have to go back with a VMAX, I guess it's not that bad to VMAX here, to be honest. We just need to find an energy to use our big attack. And then we need Urns for the following turn. Yeah, it's not that bad to go VMAX here and just get 2 big 1-hit KOs back to back. So that was actually kind of fine, actually. That's actually kind of fine if we play it this way. You get the energy. I don't really need any of these cards, so I think we're just going to play the Research here. And I actually kind of want to set up... Now I'm thinking about it, I kind of want a second Hound or a third Houndour in play. Because they could go Boss KO Houndoom. Not really with their current setup, though. But we might as well set it up anyways. Because if they use like Cramorant this turn, I guess I could Cramorant it. And then that would still be annoying. And yeah, here we go. G-Max. 1 blow. I could get rid of a Boss even. We'll have 2 prize cards left. And I think they only have 2 prize attackers to attack with. So we don't really need bosses anymore. Still have some... But I think this is correct to thin this out because I don't think we're going to be able to utilize it. Yeah, G-Max. Well, I guess we could have also drawn into the Scroll. If we got the Scroll there, then we would have been in a really good spot because we've had all this energy set up here. So they have to KO our active. They can't chase Houndooms. They get to leave this bench space open. But it's not that bad that it has to go this way. We get the VMAX off the prize cards, which is huge. So our current hand just has game in it. We just win the game next turn with our current hand. I guess my opponent could still knock out this V off the bench. And then this thing needs a lot of energy, which I don't have all of it yet. There's still a couple Urns left. And a Houndoom left, but we'd have to get that Houndoom as well. And then they'd have the Boss return, which means they're not using Welder, which means they're drawing less cards, which means they might not find Reset Stamp if they play it. which is what we'd hope for anyways. They wouldn't find the reset stamp. They could still find it, I guess. I mean, they have Jirachi still, so they're still wishing it and stuff, but let's see. The quick ball coming down. And not the deck. I bet it's gonna grab a Dedenne or a Crobat. Yep, there is the Dedenne. So here comes that Dedenne change. We can also just go boss KO Kricketune, to be honest, as well. If our hand doesn't get stamps, we don't have to get the VMAX, the full VMAX one hit KO, I guess. We just can boss KO, or not even KO the Dedenne, actually, to be honest. We have like all that set up as well. Yeah, I guess I was more so thinking in terms of if we get stamped, but we might just not get stamped here. Or Marnie. I guess they do play Marnie as well, but they've already played that Welder, right? So, or actually, did they play a Welder? No, they didn't play a Welder yet this turn. Wait. No, I don't think so. They haven't played a Welder. They just have a lot of energy on this Victini. Wait. How do they have that much energy on the Victini without playing the Welder to it? Did they Welder to it last turn? See, I'm losing my mind here. Here comes a Mewtwo. Let's just put a Welder on top. Like I said, I'm not really scared of Welder here, I don't think. Of course, they could have some play that makes me more scared of Welder than I currently am, but I don't think I'm scared of Welder here. Here comes a Fire Crystal for 3. The Welder's going to get played. I guess they could have... it was like second Heatran, but I'm not scared of that because then I just care that with this. They have 6 energy on this Victini. In Search finally find themselves that VMAX. It took them... No, that's a Crobat. What? Do they have the VMAX in hand? Okay, another Calm coming in. Oh, getting rid of... Wait, what? Now I'm just confused. Maybe there's a second Crobat in the hand? Air Balloon to the Victini. They don't have the VMAX yet. They're definitely digging deep for that reset stamp, I think, for sure. Net on the Jirachi. Yeah, I definitely think they're looking for that. But there's just the energy burst. It looks like... Where are their VMAXs? Is this like a no VMAX Victini V deck? Maybe they play 2 of them and both of them are prized. I mean, they could play 3 and 3. All 3 could be prized, I guess, as well. But yeah, wow. Where are their VMAXs? They don't find them, so it's going to be an easy knockout here. And we had it with our VMAX as well. Even if they had found the VMAX, they didn't disrupt this hand because they had the Calm, which means they could have just calmed for the VMAX there and then been fine. So they're definitely looking for that reset stamp. Couldn't find the reset stamp, but couldn't find the VMAX. Pretty easy cleanup for us in that last knockout there. All right, getting into another one. We got that dub against that Victini deck that couldn't find... I mean, they couldn't find anything, really, to be honest, at the end. They couldn't find a Victini VMAX. Maybe they didn't even play Victini VMAX, but multiple Victini, even in a fire deck, a little bit weird without the VMAX. My assumption is that they played 2 of them, maybe, and they're both prized. That's my assumption for that last game there. Going first, our opponent chooses for us to go first here. Opening hand is garbage. It's not very good. Jirachi GX is the only thing that's kind of good in here. It's only if we're up against a psychic type deck. But yeah, Quick Ball or Calm off the top is definitely what we are looking for here to get us into that Urshifu, hopefully on the next turn. So yeah, Quick Ball, Calm, or I guess the Urshifu itself. I wouldn't mind that. If not, we're going to be having a little bit of a slow game, a little bit of a slow start here. But definitely can turn around really fast if our opponent doesn't have too aggressive a start themselves. That's the thing. It's like, just because you have a slow start or you're kind of dead drawing early, or just like, not dead drawing, but you're not drawing a whole ton of options, doesn't mean your opponent also won't. And we top deck this tower, get 2, got the Urshifu, so now we're just kind of chilling, right? We're in an okay spot. Pass over to my opponent, no need to really do anything else, so we're just gonna chill. So we got our Urshifu out here, so we can attack next turn with the Impact Blow or the G-Max 1 blow. Really depends on what our opponent's playing. They open this Mew, Tempozard. What plays Mew consistently these days? Tempozard, Urshifu with Jirachi, or Urshifu with Cincino usually plays it. All right, looks like a Tempozard then. There's the Hearth. I guess it could also be like a Victini or some other fire deck that's just rocking the Mew. But usually, the only one that consistently plays Mew is the Tempozard. So we're going to work off that for right now, that it is a Tempozard build. But I guess we'll see. They attach active, so they're loading up the Psi Power. Oh, no. Could be a quick one here, as my opponent does not have a whole ton going on. Ooh, and it's getting better for us. We top decked the Houndoom, so we're just looking for that KO with that beatdown. So we're trying to maximize our outs to switch cards at this point. So we're going to Single Strike Roar before we research. Got the Escape Rope, 3 Air Balloons in the deck. And if we whiff, it's not that big of a deal because... Oh, wait, could I have just KO'd with... I could have knocked him out with the Darkness Fang. So don't do what I just did. Do what you would have done. Use Darkness Fang. Get the KO. Yeah, don't do... don't do this. Could have just... Yep. All right, it's fine. We could have Darkness Fanged. We didn't. We're not going to give up on our donk, though. We're going to go for the switch card. I completely missed it. And then we completely whiffed the switch card. So, once again, don't do what I just did. Because you'll whiff. Just Darkness Fang. Completely forgot this thing even had an attack. Didn't think about it. I was like, we got the energy for the beatdown. The Mew only has 60 HP. We're doing 120 damage. How could we ever lose? And now our opponent top decks the Calm, and they are back in the game. So, what happens when you don't maximize efficiency by just knowing what your deck does? Looks like we got a game going on here now. We're still in a really good spot compared to what our opponent's in, for sure. But could be in a little bit better of a spot. There's no reason to not be in a better spot if you could be in a better spot. So take as much advantage of situations as you can. Here comes the Rapidash. And this could actually get pretty scary right now if they actually get the Rapidash attack on my VMAX. But no, it's just a side power, which I am definitely fine with. And we could actually take the knockout with this Houndoom now if I wanted to. I don't know if I really want to do that, but we're not guaranteed a switch card. So I might go ahead and just beat down. We could even maybe try and KO this with this thing as well. I'm going to throw this here. I don't think I want a VMAX yet because I don't want them to reduce HP at this one and this one, potentially with the Rapidash. I don't think they'll be able to do that, but better safe than sorry. Yeah, we're going to beat down now. Now we're going to beat down. No switch. Oh, we got plenty of switch cards this time. No switch cards. Plenty of switch cards. We even got the escape rope, so we could be a little bit more aggressive if we wanted to. And go that route, which I kind of like. And I think I'm actually going to give up this Houndoom with this Tower of Darkness. Do I want to shuffle first? I forget what's on the bottom of my deck for my Marnie, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and play the escape rope first, see what they send up, and then decide where I want this energy, to be honest. Because if they send up the pony, I want to use GMAX 1 blow. If they send up the Dedenne, I'm going to use that beat down and then put an energy on this one, probably. Yeah, so we're going to go like this. And I'm gonna go like this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what's on the bottom of my deck, so I don't know if I want to do this or not, because that does change things. But either way, it shouldn't be a terrible decision. It shouldn't be the worst thing ever. We'll go with that. But yeah, when you Marnie, the cards are stuck on the bottom of your deck. So if you shuffle your deck before you draw cards, you could draw into cards you wouldn't want to draw into. So you can always stop. And I could have gone with, like, I knew there was a single strike energy on the bottom of the deck. Could have gone with like not using single strike roar, use this first, draw into cards that I'd want to draw into, and then use this, get the single strike energy out, because I know there's one on the bottom of the deck and there's no potential for me to draw into all of them with the Tower of Darkness. So could have gone like that, but then didn't. But I definitely should have. Should have known which way I want to go. Definitely not for sure should have gone one way or the other. However, I should know which way I wanted to go on that play, but I actually wasn't sure. So escape rope from my opponents. I think we just ship the rat. Yeah, we're gonna ship a rat here. I don't want these things to get KO'd. They could still go into like a Heatran or something like that and then KO my Houndoom. That doesn't seem that good to me, but it's still something they could do. And here comes a Marnie. So now we need another one of these air balloons. This is kind of good though, because our urns were in our hand with our research. Both cards are good. Not combined though. They're not great when they're together. So I'm kind of glad that it turned out this way, to be honest, overall. And if they do actually use that horn on our Urshifu VMAX, we can just like air balloon retreat, and then Scroll will get the knockout on this thing. So that's kind of good for us, to be honest. So I'm not too worried about getting horned here at all. I'm kind of fine with it, to be honest. But we'll see what else our opponent has going. And maybe they do something different, but oh no, the Tool Jammer. Oh, I can't air balloon my rats. What? We could Great Catcher this rat though. So we can just Great Catcher this Dedenne instead, and then once again use a beat down and take that out. It'll get around the Tool Jammer. Pretty cute play from my opponent, and pretty unfortunate for us, because actually even if we had a switch here, the Scroll wouldn't work because of the Tool Jammer. So super cute combination coming out from my opponent, and it's almost gonna work for them, but not quite. We do have the play around here. Actually, could we go with, I could go like KO the Reshizard instead with the play. I think I'm gonna do this first and get rid of this. Yeah. Now we got way more options. Man, we got so many options here. It's insane. And I don't even know what I want to do. So this is gonna go here. We need a Great Catcher, and then I'm gonna play the Marnie to draw some more cards. I also want to use this first. I guess it doesn't need to go here. It could go here. Splitting the energy feels better, but KOing the Reshizard, doesn't even seem that good, to be honest. Like, they just have a Victini to set up anyways, which is basically a better Reshizard in the scenario. So I think I'm just gonna go KO to the Dedenne here and split my energy. and just use the scrolls effect to KO, because it just costs 1 energy, right? Yeah. So we're gonna like this. Get this energy here. Great catcher of the rat. Both our tool cards will be back in play and effective. Keep the boss around because we will be just down to 2 prize cards. Just like a KO on a Crobat would win us the game. So I want that boss around, even though I could have calmed there. Well, I had to get rid of 2 cards, so I couldn't have used the calm, I guess. But getting another Houndoom out would have been good, right? So no single strike energy in the discard pile to get back. I'm just gonna go with retreat, and I don't think we need a 3rd Houndoom on the next turn. I don't think it's gonna offer a whole ton of options to have a 3rd Houndoom set up. So we're not gonna set it up yet. We're just gonna kind of chill. Roll with what we got. Single strike energy of the prize cards is we hit 2 earn with our research again. That's not good. This is not how we want to draw our cards. We still have a 4th earn left in the deck though, so that's good. This is not how you want to draw your cards. You don't want to draw your earns alongside your research. Both very good cards, like I said, but if you can't use your earn before your research, you just discard your earn, don't get to use your earn, and then you just had 1 good card that got rid of another good card, which means you have less good cards to utilize, which is not good. But yeah, I expect my opponent to go with the Victini VMAX here, knock out my active. If we can get this thing set up to a VMAX with the 4 energy, we will KO that Victini VMAX. Take that thing out. Wait, you just need 3? I guess you only need 3 single strike energy to KO Rapid Strike. For some reason, I thought it was 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3. It's 3, huh? All right, cool. What one is 4 then? One of them is 4. What do you need 4 for to KO? Like a Dragapult, I guess. Dragapult VMAX, you need 4 single strike energy. But in the mirror match or up against Rapid Strike, you only need 3. I thought it was 4 the other day. I don't know why. I can't explain it. All right. Like I said, good spot. Couple options. We could also hit this thing twice and knock it out. That's not as good of an option, though, I don't think. It's like, okay. In this situation, though, what we can do is we could go Tower of Darkness away the single strike energy, earn it back, and we get Marnied again, so we kind of get saved here again on having to make some awkward decisions. And I think it would have been better if we had this hand, to be honest, overall, because it has the research in it, which is really, really good in this scenario. But hey, there's another research, and this is everything we need to win this game. Single strike energy is back in the deck. I think there's 2 of them in there, actually. We can get that out with the Houndoom, put it here. We evolve to the VMAX. We have the attachment for turn. We knock out the Victini VMAX, and we win the game. So unless our opponent has a fan of waves, we have game in hand right here, right now. Or unless they leave the Mew in the active, which I don't think does a whole ton for my opponent. But that's what they're going for, is leave Mew in the active here. Unless they misclicked Psi Power and they're going to retreat. But actually, they whiffed the energy on the Victini, so this actually makes sense. I was like, what's going on here? And unless I'm mistaken, boss and Furious Anger for the KO on the Reshizard. Actually, that would have worked on the Crobat as well. I did the math to make sure I was KOing the Reshizard, but then I realized I also have 2 Crobats and a Rapidash, which I definitely KO on their bench. So it's a little bit unnecessary to KO the Reshizard specifically. But it doesn't matter. A KO in any of them wins us the game, and we get the dub. That's gonna do it for these games with single strike. I hope you guys enjoyed them. Yeah, inspired to try it again. Like I said, by Boo and Robin, who recently placed really well in my sub tournaments over on Twitch. So make sure you go check out the Twitch channel and try single strike again. It's pretty fun. It feels about the same as it has in the past, but I've always thought single strike is like solid. It's just not. It's not great, and it's like very close. It's got some very good matchups. I think there's a little bit more depth to the deck than people think, but comes up a little bit short on the consistency and options sometimes, I feel like, and sometimes just kind of getting bodied because your opponent just boss KOs your Houndooms over and over again, and then you just can't get enough energy in play to attack, and then you lose the game because you can't attack. See you guys tomorrow.